guys, Nicole here and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do a little bit something different. I feel like this is a very fall inspired makeup look, but I did want to play around with some new palettes. I wanted to play around with these two palettes in particular. This is the Juvia's Place Heron palette and this is the Juvia's Place Masquerade palette. My brother and his girlfriend actually gifted me like 4 Juvia's Place palettes for Christmas, so thank you so much. I love them. This is the first time I really had the chance to play around with a lot of the shades. I used a lot of the brown shades in the Masquerade palette, and honestly, these eyeshadows blend so easily and so beautifully. And for the price, it's actually astonishing. I love them. So they're probably going to be like my new favorite go-to, especially for those brown shades. And I also used this Moondust Urban Decay because I love these as toppers. I used the red shade today. These just go on so beautifully on top of the eyeshadow on the middle of your eyes. So yeah, if you guys want to know how I got this look, just keep on watching. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! So I'm going to start by priming my face. Also, I'm really sorry about the audio in the last video. I've never shot a video with me talking to the camera. I usually do a voiceover, so the audio can be a little bit clearer because I do film on my phone, but I did want to be a little bit more personable in like my new video, so that's why I wanted to talk directly to the camera. But it's hard because like I haven't mastered the skill of talking and doing my makeup at the same time, but I'll try my hardest to do it, and hopefully I don't bore you. And also, I did test the audio today, so I hope that everything goes smoothly as I want it to. Anyway, let me start with priming my face. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer, but I forgot that I want to moisturize my face before I put on my primer. So sorry. I'm going to go in with my Hydro Boost Neutrogena Moisturizing Cream. I really like this because I have really dry skin, and I've been running outside a lot. I think I mentioned that in the last video, and my skin has never been drier, but I'm always looking for recommendations on good moisturizers from the drugstore because I feel like there's a lot of good moisturizers that I haven't discovered yet, because I used to go for Clinique and like really fancy ones, and I feel like you don't need all of that. I did also used to work for a makeup skincare brand called Shiseido, and I had a lot of moisturizers from them. They were all like trial sized, and I officially ran out of all of them. But I did like their products, but they're a little bit pricey. Anyway, let's move on to priming my face. As I said before, I'm going to be using the Optical Illusion Urban Decay Primer. The makeup that I like have in my head right now is very smoky, and maybe I shouldn't put on my foundation before, but I just can't put on my eyeshadow before my foundation. I know I've done it before on my channel, but I just feel so weird doing it. So I think I'm just gonna use the tape trick today so I can like have like really clean edges, because that's the kind of look that I'm going for today. Because I don't know if I want to do an winged eyeliner yet. So real quick, I just wanted to like have a mention of like a really good foundation. This Makeup Forever foundation, Reboot. I love this foundation. It's so good, but unfortunately, because I've been running outside a lot, it's really pale for my skin at the moment, so I'm probably not going to use it today. I'm just going to stick to my Maybelline foundation that I've been using for about 2 years, maybe 2 or 3 years, because I was looking back at some of my videos and I've been using this foundation for a while, so I think this is a holy grail for me. And I've mentioned this a million times, I am in the color Warm Nude in this foundation. If I can just find one that's full, that'd be great. I just feel like it is really full coverage, and it's probably not that great for dry skin, but I feel like it just gives really smooth cover, and it stays on all day. Like, I don't have to touch up this foundation at all, and I like the way like it wears throughout the day, where like it looks like skin most of the time. Like, I'm not putting on layers and layers of makeup, if that makes sense. Okay, so I think I've mentioned this in my last video too. I like to go in with a setting spray after I apply my foundation with a beauty sponge. I think I used a brush last time, because sometimes I like to put my foundation on with a brush and then I like to like smooth it in with the beauty blender, but today I decided to do something different. Anyway, so spray some of that and then kind of bounce the beauty sponge onto my skin. And I always want to make sure that I'm getting my neck and my ears. And the fun part of that is that I always forget to take off my ear makeup, but I'm getting better at that. Okay, and then finally, after I put on my foundation, I do like to go in with like a flathead foundation brush. I love the NYX one. I don't think it has a name, it just says NYX. I've had it forever. It looks like this. It's very used, but I watched it, I promise. And I just like to like blend in my foundation a little bit more, so there's no like streaks left. I'm like really sensitive about that. Like, I will blend my foundation for like 10 minutes so everything matches my skin. Okay, so I know I don't usually do my eyebrows on camera, but I guess I'll throw in a little bit of an eyebrow tutorial. I'm not really happy how I do my eyebrows, but this is what works for me, so maybe I can help someone if they're looking for an eyebrow tutorial. I have eyebrows obviously, but they're blonde, and I like to darken them up. So I use the Anastasia Dip Brow, and I use this Sigma brush to do them. Actually, there's a lot of steps. I use the spoolie first, and then I use what I just mentioned, and then sometimes if I want to like be really extra, I put on some Benefit Give Me Brow. It just goes in a lot, and it takes forever, but without further ado, let me do my eyebrows on camera. I'll try to look at the camera the whole time. Okay, so I brush them to the shape that I want them. You can use any spoolie, you don't have to use this. This is an Anastasia Clear Gel tube because it's empty. It's just a spoolie now. And then I use the Anastasia Dip Brow, and I am in the color Taupe. This is a Sigma C66. I don't know. It's the brush. I'm sorry. It's an eyebrow brush. The flathead brush is what I use for my eyebrows. I used to use a MAC one. They're all pretty much the same. I really don't like the Morphe one. I like the MAC one. I really like the Sigma one. I think I've tried like a drugstore one, and I wasn't too happy with it, because I like them when they're not very flimsy, like they're straight up. And the MAC one is straight up like that too, like it holds in the product. I haven't used the Anastasia one. I feel like that one would be good too. Anyway, what I do is I start drawing like outside of my eyebrow instead of like going in and like filling the hairs. I like draw a shape around it. Best. And I always have the hardest time trying to make them the same. I'm gonna kind of fill them in with the brush, with the product that's already there. So using a spoolie, any spoolie could do, I like go up and make sure that all the eyebrows are even. Also, I haven't had my eyebrows done in forever because we're all in quarantine and all of the beauty stores are not essential businesses. I did them myself last time and I feel like I messed them up, but what can you do? I was having a lot of issues with these eyebrows. And that's the best I can do at the moment. Okay, picking up a blending brush. This is my Sigma F63. I'm going to be picking up the color, I think I'm going to pick up the lightest brown in the palette, which is Burkina, this one right here. And I went ahead and taped my my lids where I wanted the eyeshadow to end. I'm going to try my hardest to keep looking at the camera because it's really hard because I have a mirror right here and I'm trying to look at the mirror and look at the video camera. Okay, so picking up Burkina, I'm going to be putting that on the outside of my eyelid. And these eyeshadows are very pigmented, so I'm going to try my hardest to just work with them little by little so I can kind of build up the shade that I want, because I want a really smoky eye. And I'm going to take it all the way outside of my lid towards the end of where that tape is. And it's okay if you can be messy if you're wearing tape, because like once you take it off, it's going to clean it up. You can also do this like if you don't want to put on tape on your face, you can always do it and then get like a makeup wipe and clean up the edges. I just don't have any makeup wipes right now. And then I'm also going to put some brown on my inner corners. I'll go on. I'm going to pick up a clean blending brush and just fix that. And then going in with a clean blending brush, I'm just going to blend in a little bit more of that brown. Okay, So the second shade I'm going to go in with is the color Sulu, which is like the second darkest brown. I'm just going to put it right on top of the other one with another clean, fluffy blending brush. These eyeshadows are so pigmented, it's crazy. And they blend out so beautifully. I'm so shocked. Like, I knew that Juvia's Place is a really good brand. I've just never had a chance to play around with them. And I feel like this is gonna be like my new favorite palette. Okay, so picking up a clean blending brush, I'm just gonna clean out the edges a little bit. So now with that same brush that I started with, I'm gonna go in with the color Ada, which is that like brownish red, because I am gonna put in a red as like the last part of my eye. And I'm gonna bring that a little bit more inside of the lid. And out. This is a really pretty color. So I'm gonna go in with the shade Saffron because I can't find a red that matches what I'm trying to go for in this palette, but this is from the Huda Beauty Desert Plus palette. I'm gonna go in with that same F63 Sigma brush, and this is the color right here. And I'm just gonna put it on the edges of my eyes. Right on top of where I put that brown. Okay, so I do want to add some black on the edges. And again, those palettes don't have black because they're very colorful. So I know that everybody has like a black lying around, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna use Noir from my Anastasia palette. I think I have a lot of black eyeshadows, but I think they're all from my Anastasia palettes. So I'm gonna be using this, like, this is an airbrush brush, but I want something really thin to put at the end of my eyes so I don't go overboard. So I'm gonna go in right here, kind of like a winged eyeliner. Put this eyeshadow, and then I'm gonna take a clean fluffy brush and blend it in. Okay, so now I'm going to cut my crease. I've done this a million times on my channel. I like using the Tarte Shape Tape and this detail brush. This is from Real Techniques. And what I do, I think I did like a half cut crease in my last video, but this one's going to be a little bit bigger. I want to make the lid space really stand out because I want that red eyeshadow that I was talking about to be all over the middle of my eyeshadow lid. Okay, so now that both of my eyes are ready, I'm gonna go in with the color Bororo from the Saharan palette, which is the one that I was talking about in the beginning of this video. This is the red shade right here. And I'm gonna place that on top of where I put that concealer. This shade is really, really pretty. And it's really easy to work with. I didn't even have to wet it, and it looks like this. Okay, so now because I want that red to be a little bit more glittery, I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Moon Dust Pod. I'm going to go in with this shade right here, and that is shade Elements. And I'm just going to be putting that on top of where I put that other eyeshadow. Even though I kind of don't need to, but I do like the way it like makes it a little bit more glittery. So now using a Sigma E71, I love this brush for blending. I'm going to be cleaning up the edges by my brow bone, so it's a little bit cleaner. And then I'm going to be taking just like a regular fluffy brush like I did in the beginning. Make sure it's clean. And blend the darker shades out. So now I'm going to go on my waterline, and I'm going to pick up that same brush that I used for that black eyeshadow. And I'm going to pick up some brown. I think I'm going to go in with Burkina, which is this one, that first brown eyeshadow that we used. And just put it along my waterline. And then I'm going to go in with the color Sulu and kind of like just blend those in together. And then finally, I'm going to go in with that black eyeshadow and just put it at the end of my waterline. Not all the way through. Alright, I'm going to put on some winged liner and lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I did my face makeup, like my blush, my highlighter, everything, because I don't have any new products, and I did that in the last video, so I didn't want to bore you guys. And now I did want to put on my lipstick on camera. Maybe I should have had it ready, so 1 second, I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm going to be using MAC lip liner and MAC lipstick. The lip liner is in the shade Spice, and the lipstick is in the shade Persistence. I'm pretty sure these came together like in a pack, like a holiday pack. Anyway. Gonna line my lips. It is really hard to use this phone as a mirror. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with the shade Persistence. And I don't like to put too much because I like to go in with the, I was about to say eyeliner, with the lip liner and shade it on the sides of my mouth. Like so. I make sure that I'm overlining my lips, but not too much. And then to clean it up, I like to take some concealer like this. And a detail brush. I'm gonna using this Urban Decay detail brush, and I'm just gonna kind of line my lips with concealer so I can clean up the edges. voila.